Okay, this is Godzilla, Planet of Monsters, and I want to talk about the recent anime that we got from Toho. And up to this point, I wonder why Toho would want to make an anime. I think this animated film would have been a lot more interesting if it were live action. Who knows? Maybe somewhere along the line we might actually get a live action version of this movie. So, okay, I want to talk to you about this movie. What I thought about it, what I think overall, and okay, this movie starts off where a young boy kind of narrating the very beginning about a kaiju attack, and we see a couple of kaiju's, including Kamacuras, Destroya, and a couple of others that I didn't really get to recognize because the way they drew them, I guess, or something, or the way the saturation of the color is. And of course, Godzilla. Up to this point, the world is so overrun with kaiju, with giant monsters, including Godzilla, that they have to migrate into outer space and find another home because there's the world is no longer livable for humans because the monsters take over the world. And on this movie, there is a character who loses his parents in one of the attacks who is intent on destroying Godzilla himself on this animated movie, and the they're unable to find a suitable planet. They decide to go back to Earth to explore it, and including this character who has a vendetta against Godzilla because he killed his parents. So they go to Earth and they find that the Earth is not as it used to be. It's been I'm sorry, I think I it's uh, anyways, it's been several years, been in Earth years. It's been longer. It's been, I think, of about 100 years into the future, and the world has strange vegetation, and the Earth is just in ruins, including the Earth cities on this movie. And there's a new type of plants that are being grown. It's kind of like a prehistoric. The world is brought back to a more prehistoric. A world that was known billions of years ago, and that's what I think they did with this movie. And Godzilla is the dominant species on this movie. You don't actually see any kaiju on this movie except these strange flying dragon Godzilla hybrids on this movie. And there's a lot of really amazing post Gundam, post Robotech technology on this movie that I really like. And I'm not overly fond of Gundam. Probably more fond of Robotech for an anime. As far as the animation is concerned and the character motivation, it's just basically it's a really actually a pretty good story, and I liked it. But there's just a time spent. The pacing of this animated cartoon is just very slow, where you kind of just find yourself kind of looking at your watch or just looking at the wall because it's kind of slow in the beginning, and you're kind of wondering when does it get good and when does Godzilla, and Godzilla really does not show up a whole lot of honestly. It doesn't really make any sense to me why it's a freaking Godzilla anime movie, Godzilla movie. Why do they not have Godzilla on this movie? And there is a got two Godzillas on this movie, and I'm gonna go into it right now. Where okay, they go to Earth, and they find Godzilla, and he's been there. He's it, and he's known as Godzilla Phyllis. Godzilla Phyllis. Phyllis Diller? I don't know why they call him Godzilla Phyllis. I guess he has a name on here like Godzilla Lewis, Godzilla Nicholas. I have no clue why they gave Godzilla Phyllis. He's kind of on the same scale of I think Godzilla 2014 on this movie. So he or the original Godzilla that we know from the Final Wars movie. So they managed to destroy the creature by doing some type of where it causes his body to disintegrate. And at the very end of this movie, we see a Godzilla, the largest Godzilla movie. I mean, the largest Godzilla ever seen in the series. I think he's supposed to be 800 or 989 feet, and almost all towards the clouds, if you will. Godzilla Earth, and he at the very end you see the guy he actually they succeed in killing Godzilla Phyllis, and out emerges an even larger and more older Godzilla. So Godzilla, what they never really explain in these movies how old Godzilla really is, but he's been around for eons. And on this movie, so it's been many years already, of course, in Earth's atmosphere and future. And okay, what do I think of this? I'm gonna give this movie a C minus because as far as the animation, it's very cutting edge. It's beautiful, actually, if you will. It's a lot of color saturation. The color saturation really, with the shading, it really gives it a very this is cutting edge animation right here. That's what I liked about it. And as far as the performances are concerned, because I saw the Japanese and the American part in Netflix recently, so you, you can't really get into the performances on this movie. The only thing you're really looking at is where the hell is Godzilla through the whole thing, and how the animation's done. As far as the design of Godzilla on this movie, I wasn't overly fond of it. I didn't actually like it. I don't like the way he looks on this movie. The only thing I liked, and I thought it kind of thought it was just way too much. Godzilla being that damn big. It's just up to this point, it's just ridiculous. I mean, what do we need a Godzilla this big for? Like Cloverfield Paradise. Why the hell do we need a Cloverfield monster that big that reaches the clouds? It's just ridiculous already. I don't think Godzilla needs to be any bigger than he already is. Maybe 300, 400 feet is fine for me. Even that scale is just enormous. So I'm going to give this movie a C minus because the only what I thought was really good was the animation and the design of the Godzilla was I didn't overly fond of it. And as far as the pacing's pretty slow on this movie, and there's not that much screen time with Godzilla, and that's what kind of pissed me off. And okay, if you like this video actually, share this video, subscribe to this blog, Louis Valens Cinema Reviews, because I will be doing more videos. I'm not going to see Black Panther. I'm definitely going to go see the next Pacific Rim coming out next month. So okay, all right, and I will be back soon with another review. All right, you guys, see you soon. Bye.